guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stacey. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, welcome, consider subscribing. If you're not new, welcome back. In this video I'm going to be talking about how to create boundaries, why boundaries are important, and how do you know if you need to start creating boundaries. So I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and I hope you find it helpful. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel. So initially I planned to create this video last year, like before we crossed over 2024. Yay! I even forgot to tell you guys happy new year. Like, it's not too late. As long as we're still in January, I can still say happy new year. So I planned to create this video last year before we crossed over 2024, but then I couldn't access my YouTube channel. Yeah, I forgot the password. Completely forgot the password, and it didn't work out. I tried to do the recovery thing so many times and it didn't work out. Unfortunately, I didn't have a recovery phone number or a recovery email, so I just had to create another one. And this is not the first time this is happening. This happened to me also in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I forgot the pin to my mobile money account, and then I tried, you know when you try like so many times, and then I tried the 5th time and then it got blocked. One day I called the mobile money.
Sensational.
I called the network on the customer care line, and then they told me that I was too young to have a mobile money account. And then I remember it was a man, and then he told me just focus on your books. I was like, hey, this man. But anyway, but then for me to unblock it, I had to go with an older person because apparently I was underage. Yeah, problem, I don't learn my lesson. Like every time I'm doing something that requires me to have a password or a pin, I want to be unique.
I want to be unique instead of putting something I know I can remember. But no, I just want to be unique and put something else and I end up forgetting.
Because okay, the one for the mobile money account, I honestly thought it was those digits. I knew in my head that no, it's just these digits. Now I was shocked how it was the wrong one. So I don't know if I was the problem or if they were the problem. Anyway, so last year I was listening to this podcast. If I remember properly, the title was Personal Narratives Concerning Mental Health. And then one thing that stood out for me in that podcast was the author talked about is not having boundaries. So we need to understand what are boundaries. Boundaries are certain limits that you set for yourselves. These are clear guidelines or limits as to how you want to be treated or how you want other people to treat you. And how do you know you need to set boundaries? Maybe you don't see anything wrong with not having boundaries. You think it's okay to not have boundaries. So some of the signs that you can have that show that you need to have boundaries is, number one, if people are constantly taking advantage of you. This can be financially, emotionally, I was about to say physically, but how? Okay, nothing wrong with helping someone or giving someone a favor, but if someone constantly comes to you only when they want a favor or only when they want something from you all the time, that means that person is taking advantage of you. So that's a sign that you need to set boundaries, which leads me to my second point, which is when you constantly say yes to do favors for other people at the expense of your happiness. So every time you say yes to help someone, if someone asks for a favor, you always say yes, at the expense of your happiness, because you cannot be agreeing to help someone if it hinders your happiness or if it doesn't make you happy or it doesn't make you comfortable in any way. That's a clear sign that you need to set boundaries. And then the third and the last one is if you are a people pleaser, which is really connected to the second one.
Like there's just some people, whatever favor you want, they'll do. I'm asking, they'll do. Everything, they'll do. I'm asking, they'll do. I'm asking, they'll do. Like every single thing, they will literally do.
Or you do things so that you don't feel left out, or maybe you don't want people to think you are weird and stuff like that, and you just say yes to everything. So those are some of the signs that you need to see if you need to set boundaries. And if you have gone through any of these, or if you are experiencing any of these, then I think this is the right time for you to start setting boundaries. Now the question is how, where do you start from? So setting boundaries can be different for everyone because we are all different people. So the first step I would give you guys, if you want to start setting boundaries, is to know yourself. And this is really important. You need to know what kind of a person you are. You need to know your beliefs, what are your values, how would you want to be treated, how do you want someone to treat you, as in everyone wants to be treated with respect and everything. So you need to consider those things. And spending time with yourself, you are able to know what triggers you, what makes you happy, what doesn't make you happy, what do you like, what don't you like. And then from there, you can have like a sort of background to start creating boundaries. You know what type of behavior you would tolerate from someone and what type of behavior you wouldn't tolerate from someone. Then the next thing is to communicate those boundaries. Now, this is the tricky part. Okay, for me, this was the tricky part because I'm not really good with communicating. Telling someone how I feel or telling someone that I don't want, it was really the tricky part for me. Sometimes I can be serious, but the way I'll say it, like sometimes I can be serious about something, but then when telling someone, I'll laugh. Like, why am I laughing? I don't know, because it's not even funny. Sometimes I'll be serious, but like the tone in which I tell the person about it would be really. I realize when you laugh, people won't take you seriously. Like, they honestly won't take you seriously. I also don't take you seriously, honestly. The tone in which you communicate your boundaries is really important. Like, sometimes just stand on business and tell this person, like, hey, I'm not happy with 1, 2, 3. I'm not comfortable with 1, 2, 3. If it's possible, don't smile. Okay, like for me, I don't smile when I'm trying to communicate something serious. It's really hard for me to put on a straight face. Like, I'll have to practice, like maybe twice I'll practice, like, okay, have a straight face. And then after that, I go and tell the person. Overall, when you're trying to communicate your boundaries with someone, it's really important to be firm. Like, go to that person and tell them, like, I wasn't happy with 1, 2, 3. I'm not comfortable with doing this particular thing. And then the last part is being firm with your boundaries. So after you've set your boundaries, you've communicated, now you need to be firm. If you're someone who's like me, sometimes I feel guilty. Like, I'll tell someone, like, I'm not comfortable with doing this particular thing. And then I'll be like, okay, but I felt bad. Or maybe am I like exaggerating or anything? But I realize that no, I'm really not exaggerating. I'm not happy with this particular thing and I'm not comfortable with doing that particular thing. So you really need to be firm when you create those boundaries. Don't fall back on those boundaries and like be like, let me just do it. No, you need to be firm, and that's the hard part. Especially if you're someone who feels bad. Like me, if I refuse to do something, sometimes I feel bad. I'll be like, ish. But you need to stay firm. Like, just stand on business and be like, you know what? No. Saying no doesn't mean that you are evil or you are not a good person. You need to learn to say no, and you really need to just learn to stand firm on what you believe in. And I also want to point out that it's really important to respect other people's boundaries and recognize other people's boundaries. If you want to have boundaries with other people and you want people to respect your boundaries, you need to be able to respect other people's boundaries. And people's boundaries are different, yeah? My boundaries would be completely different from your boundaries because we are different people and we believe in different things. So you might not agree to their boundaries, but you really need to learn to respect their boundaries. You also need to realize that when you start creating boundaries, other people won't be happy when you set those boundaries. As it's something that is important for your mental health, and as long as it's something that is going to benefit you, then it really doesn't have to matter, honestly. And I feel like if someone doesn't respect your boundaries, then maybe, just maybe, they're not the right people to be in your life. Because if someone respects you and if someone wants the best for you, they will definitely respect your boundaries, even if they don't agree. Please set boundaries for yourselves. Set boundaries. This will save you a lot emotionally. Trust me, guys. Anyway, we've come to the end of our video today. I really hope you guys found this video helpful, and I hope you have learned 1 or 2 things. Thank you guys so much for watching this video till the end. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and to also share this video with as many people as you can. I'll be super grateful. I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. No bars.